Good morning, Mutala. How are you?
Good morning, Adede. I'm good. Yourself?
I'm well.
You look
Thank you
great
for
this
asking.
morning.
Thank you very
I like
much.
Your energy, your vibe.
Vibes on
Compliment
vibes.
the weather,
Hey.
especially a day that the Black Stars of Ghana are in action.
I know your love for football.
Yes,
And you are hopeful.
yes.
That's
Oh yes. I'm not just being patriotic, but I'm seeing the Black Stars winning today, despite all the challenges that the team have been through, and then the kind of things that is happening. But all the same, I see a 2-0 win for the Black Stars today. Yes.
a 2-0.
A 2-0 win, yes. Because without a win today, we should forget about AFCON. But I strongly believe that.
But you are predicting
yes,
a 2-0 win for
2-0
us.
win, yes, I
Okay,
see that.
fantastic. I
Yes,
mean,
indeed.
very optimistic. Ibrahim will definitely disagree with you.
Definitely
He walked in there
will
with a
disagree.
smirk on his face
Yes,
because he sincerely believes that we'll be beaten woto. But I love your spirit.
If IB,
I don't want Ibrahim near me.
You know, IB is a strong Chelsea man. In fact, he's a Chelsea through and through.
Yes.
And he has a coach with a bald head. When,
So
Manchester City fans like Nadede, you are happy.
no,
and
I think
then
that what is this? What is the obsession with bald coaches these days? Because
it's
from-
coming from Pep Guardiola.
Yes, from Pep, they think that-
except Ateta, who has this morning come and see Lantam. Lantam almost died on set because a certain Eriksen hand is just destroyed.
frustrating the Manchester United player.
And then he just liking that to Otuado. You know, Otuado also has a boy.
So many.
Have you seen? We need to do a feature on this.
The Baldies.
Yes.
The Baldies handling our
the
football.
current generation of the coaches, it's like you have to do some agra. You know, they call it agra. You put Alata Sam now.
Hey, really?
We use that shaving stick.
No, Ibrahim didn't do some. Or you did it. Ibrahim,
didn't do that,
please be honest.
So those days when you are going, you want to do some agra, you go there and you put Alata Sam now, and then you use that. That shaving stick, it's very short. Now you put
The one you put the blade on.
put the
Yes, I
blade
remember
inside
that
and,
particular shaving stick.
Now
Yes, I
that
do.
we still have some in the system. Because a lot of modern shaving sticks.
Yes, the
on-
disposable ones and all those.
Those days, you hear crack.
Wow.
on your head.
Anyway, what happened on the court yesterday?
Yes, a lot happened in court yesterday. Now and they actually so much drama. Democracy Hub. The set involving Oliver Barker, former 13 of them. Then Ralph Williams, also 10 of them. So yesterday, 23 in all were in court. And I'm talking to you about the set involving Oliver Barker, former. You notice that all of them have been granted bail except Oliver Barker, former. And the court said that, look, the court ought to be convinced about whether when granted bail, he will not involve himself in situations like that because of another case that he is involved in at the High Court. Yesterday, interestingly, the lawyers didn't make any prayer for bail. What the lawyers indeed did was that the 13th accused person, Thomas Yeboah, all along they've been telling the court that it seems the accused person, the 13th accused, is not mentally stable, and they want him mentally examined. Prosecution had otherwise. They wanted the court to make that order for that to happen. But the court said, look, you are prosecuting the person. You are not persecuting the person. You should take the interest of the accused person's health into consideration. So at the next court sitting, make sure that he's medically mentally examined, and decide whether you want to prosecute him or not. Then there's another person that throughout the case, his name has been mentioned continuously, but we never saw him.
Faniutu.
Yes.
He was unwell.
Yesterday, absolutely. Yesterday, he was in court. In fact, there was some interesting conversation that I had with him. We'll play that in a bit. But he was in court, responded to all the charges, the counts, pleaded not guilty, and then was admitted to bail. No, previously he was granted bail, even though his plea was not taken. So yesterday, what was certain was that after all these things, and the court made an order, prosecution was supposed to file disclosures and a witness statement for case management conference for the trial to come in. They say that they were unable to comply fully with the orders of the court. They are yet to file their witness statement and all that. So the court listened to that and adjourned the case to 24th of October. By moment when the case was adjourned, I want us to go to the court and have a feel of what actually happened when Oliver Barker-Vormawor in handcuffs was leaving the premises of the
Free Oliver now! 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 Free Oliver now!
So that is the scenes at the court. Some of the accused person and those who were not accused person chanting "Free Oliver now, free Oliver now," because they think that keeping him in custody will not solve the issue. So
Okay.
you have to free him. So yesterday they made their voice heard and all that. But of course, the person that I've been talking to you about the fact that the lawyers made a point that he's not mentally okay and they want him examined. Yesterday was wondering when the court said, look, he has been granted bail, but he's still in custody. And the lawyers made a point that, look, ever since he's been granted bail, the guy is not coherent. And so it is very difficult for him to give information to even lead to family members to come and execute the bail conditions. And so he's still in custody.
Okay.
But let's hear from he himself when the case was adjourned and was still being taken into custody.
The thing they say I'm not a mom. They hate you, I'm not a mom. So why they have this?
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them.
Arrest someone to wait over it. Who is not correct? Someone to wait.
Free Oliver now. Correct. You have arrested the person. The guy, someone is not correct. This guy is a madman. This guy is a madman. He doesn't have. They give him a very long time. Up to now, you guys holding him. They give him very long time.
Me, I'm not a mom.
The guy is a madman.
My life like that.
The guy is not correct. He's not correct. What will they arrest?
Yeah, them away.
He's not correct.
They cut you.
Are you serious? They're not
So why
correct.
they are disturbing my life?
He's not among of us.
So that is Thomas Yeboah.
Okay, so we had quite a number of voices.
Absolutely.
Which of the distinct
He
ones
said
is
me,
Thomas?
I'm not among.
Okay,
The
the gentleman
boy
that says,
said me, I'm
okay,
not among. He said, why are you spoiling my life?
okay.
You should allow me to go. I didn't take part in this whole thing and all that.
Okay,
So that
and
was the
we'll do
scene.
our best to
Yeah,
upload that
upload,
video on
absolutely.
our social
In
media
fact, it's on-
handles.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so that
on
people
TV.
can have
We
a
see
view
and have a
of
feel
that.
of how Thomas Yeboah was looking and how he was engaging with the
Okay.
investigators when he was being taken to. But in all of this, there's one person, the Emmanuel Atta. You know, there was a case, point that we mentioned, one Trotro mate was also involved.
Yes.
Yesterday, I caught up with him in court when he's one of those who have been granted bail. And he said, look, the only thing that caused my arrest was when I said, Chuboy. Let's listen to Emmanuel Atta. So that day, what happened?
That very day, that was Sunday, I came to station, like, I was standing with my master and I just said Chubu and they have arrested me and 8 policemen, they sent me to it seems their head office and I told them that I want to urinate and they begin slapping me and things and
You just said Chobwe.
yeah,
Why did you say Chobwe?
ask for that one, they asked for me, I don't know.
It's just a word that came from your mind, Chobwe.
Yeah,
Before you realized
they have arrested me and
they arrested you.
yes,
Did you tell them you were a Trotromi?
yeah, I told them.
What did they tell you?
They didn't say nothing.
They didn't say anything.
Yeah, and they sent me to Insaon prison for almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie. Eh?
So that is
Simple Chobwe.
Yeah, simple Chobwe. But as to whether that's what he said, in the course of the trial, the police will produce evidence. to show
Evidence
that whether
otherwise. Okay.
It was indeed because he said Chobwe that led his arrest. So that's some of the things that transpired yesterday at the only Democracy Hub protesters case. So
Okay.
the set involving Ralph Afro Williams, they will come back on 26th, but
Okay.
Oliver Barker will come back on 24th. We understand that they have filed a bail application, so in the course of the week, that should also come up at the High Court.
All right. Thank you very much. Mutala Inusa is our legal affairs correspondent. We've talked about the issue relating to Oliver Barker-Vormawor. What else have we been following in the court?
So yesterday I mentioned about the sexy Don JB
Okay.
Dankwa Edu.
Hey, so that case,
yes.
That case is so trending.
2016. Yes.
You see, we understand that the wheels of justice grind slowly. But I think by now we should have had closure to this
So
particular
you know the
issue.
beautiful thing of this court today is just to tell you who is actually delaying the case.
Who is delaying the case now?
So all the parties.
All the parties
All
are
the
dragging their
parties
feet.
have a role to play in this whole matter. The courts, prosecution, defense lawyer, the jurors, all of them have played, even accused persons themselves. So at one point in time, accused persons are sick, so there will be no court sitting. At another point in time, prosecution will not file a certain process, the case will adjourn. At one point in time, defense lawyers will be asking for an adjournment because they want some document and the case will be adjourned. At one point in time, 6 jurors will be present, 1 is absent, no show. So all of them put together.
At a certain point, the jurors are on strike.
Yeah, they are on strike.
Oh,
so
gosh.
at in this case has been adjourned for a very long time because the jurors were on strike. Yesterday it came on. Thankfully, the jurors were set, and then they picked dates for the continuation of the case. So on the 4th of November, Sexy Dondon is expected in the witness box
Okay.
to continue with his further evidence in chief. After that, prosecution will subject him to cross-examination. Then that will he has so far not indicated he will be calling witnesses.
Okay.
So if he's done and he doesn't call any witness, the case will be closed, and then we'll just head into judgment and
Okay.
all that. So
And that will be it for the any other. What are we to expect today in court?
Kasua ritual murder.
That case is also still
Yes.
ongoing.
So 3 or 4 times before this legal year, it was adjourned, and it was just when the jurors were supposed to return their verdict, the judgment day, and then because the jurors went on strike, so it didn't happen. So today's
Today's judgment day.
Judgment
Okay.
in the Kasua ritual
All
murder
right.
case.
All
the
eyes on
2
the court.
teenagers, yes, all eyes. Will be in Kasua and then the High Court and all that. So 2
Okay.
teenagers, one is 15 years and one is 18 years at the time that the incident happened in June 2021. So we should expect the decision. The jurors will have the ultimate to return their verdict. After, in fact, the defense lawyers and prosecution will address them first. Then after, the court presided over by Justice Lydia Osema, for Justice of the Court of Appeal, who is presiding over this case, has said, a High Court judge. You know, he started dealing with the case before her elevation, but now she's a judge of the Court of Appeal.
Okay.
We'll sum up the trial, and then the jurors will retire to come out with their verdict.
All right. Thank you very much, Mutala Inusa, our legal affairs correspondent.